Welcome to City on a Hill Gaming, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. Let's meet our players.
Hi, I'm Grant, and I'm playing Trather Wimlin, a human fighter.
Hi, I'm Jenny, and I'm going to be playing John Abermere, a Crimson-born human.
Peter, Bertrand Greystone, Dwarven Forge Cleric.
William R. Aarakocro Magi.
Daniel, I am playing Vatten. I am a half-elf ranger.
Hi, my name is Ben, and I am Twig, or Shem. I am a rogue bard and a Goliath.
We hope you enjoy our episode. I mean, you brought Trellis back from the other plane, so that's a good start.
Other plane?
It's complicated.
I'll talk about it later.
I'm taking care of it, it's fine.
Okay.
Thank you, though, John. Yes.
Honestly,
All right.
upper floor situation does sound personal.
That's for a different podcast.
Okay. No jokes though. Like, you could actually be throwing some serious shade there, being like upper floor situation, being like, how's your brain doing?
Yeah, oh, jeez.
Little scattered at the moment, but otherwise okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our normal pace for this game.
Well, actually, that seems like a good way of, like, euphemistically checking on somebody's mental health.
Yeah.
Like, how's your upper floor situation?
Oh,
Like,
see,
It could also be like someone talking about going bald or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, it would be great for
No,
that.
that'd be roofing. That'd be roofing. Shingles.
Yeah.
Roofing, that's how that's.
Oh.
Although asking someone how their shingles are going is also another,
As
thing
no
you don't
one-
really say in public.
As knowing
Yeah,
several
that's-
people who've had shingles, you don't want to go there.
oh, I mean, it's flaring up again, a little sore to the touch, but, I'll be all right.
Yeah, it sounds like a
I'm not
genuinely awful
contagious.
process.
Anyway,
Okay.
skipping that entirely.
Focusing back up, right. That's
for-
a thing we're capable of, promise.
For lack of other things, we could probably, because we're not that far from the harvest, we could go check on them, see if everything's
When the hawk
Okay.
did send you here to talk to him about something as well.
Oh, right.
I kind of dumped a
we-
lot on you at the beginning. That's on me.
Yeah, did we know what that was?
It was where you could find the deep elf sunken city that probably doesn't exist, I promise. You tell him the story and he just looks at you. Deep elves? Really? Really? Deep elves. Right. Oh, I should have... Right, with the scales. That makes sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of things been happening recently that is almost entirely not our fault, but maybe it is.
So here's the thing. You know how I said that we were kind of perpetually bored? That stopped last week, and now it's just been crisis mode.
I mean, hey, you guys are good at what you do. They wouldn't keep paying you and asking you to take care of issues for them if they didn't trust you. That's not nothing.
Wait, when was the last time we got paid for any of this?
There was
All right,
money in the
never
big
mind.
bag.
Moving on.
Yeah, actually, people are pretty reliable in this part of the world.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's been
yeah.
kind of nice. We haven't even had to go to collections on anybody.
There's a concept for a game.
Ooh, I used to do that. I mean, I don't want to, and I don't like it, but I used to.
That really
sounds like our.
Sounds like a side quest idea. Usually it sounds like a really bad one. Okay. Great, Deep Elves. So I'm sure John has heard this story. Ancient sunken city, ocean, edge of desert, great beast that guards a power source, yada, yada, yada.
Mhm.
You're familiar.
Yes.
Actually, surprisingly, mostly true.
Oh.
Yeah. Dangerous ancient power source. Yahweh sent a great creature to guard it. If you're here asking about it, that can only mean that it's not with the creature guarding it anymore, and that concerns me greatly.
Oh, but this creature have some sort of spear?
He was guarding a spear, yeah, the spear. Great, good.
Yeah, we
course.
tangentially heard about a spear as well.
Right, that
Would there
would
be a reason for us to actually go to this sunken city?
I mean, if someone has the spear, that's a real issue. Like so, you know how the crow's kind of a problem around here?
Mhm.
Yeah.
We would stop talking about the crow completely if someone had the spear.
Great.
Okay.
Good.
Theoretically,
Next
of course.
question. Do you know anyone named Marianus?
Interesting.
Has a spear?
Oh, he He has the
Different spear, maybe.
Well, we don't know. There's just mention of a great beast and a spear.
I'll be
and-
entirely honest. I'm just reading off Bailey's notes and throwing out names at this point.
I mean,
Yes.
it's working so far. Marianus, yes. Deep elf fellow. Very passionate, we'll say.
Good with a spear?
Not particularly, I would have thought. He is an ancestor of one of the last remaining groups to live in the city before it sank.
So
He's come to me in the
someone-
past about trying to raise the city.
So someone who has a vested interest in acquiring said spear.
Yes.
Oh, good. No, this is going fine. Everything's fine.
Wait, have you seen
Indeed.
Deep Elves
Also-
recently?
There are no
Also,
flames
I just-
here.
I have to ask for the sake of clarity, is this raise as in R-A-I-S-E or raise as in R-A-Z-E?
Apologies. Raise, as in R-A-I-S-E, out of the ocean and back onto land.
Good. Also bad, but good.
Where
Thank
it
you.
once was. Belonged to his people. Terrible accident. Actual, genuine, problematic things happened. City sank to the ocean floor. Displaced all the Deep Elves into the caves they live in the areas around.
Okay, diaspora aside,
That sounds genuinely tragic, but they're attacking communities without warning or offer of parley.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
were rumors. You've heard of the dragon. Yes, you're familiar with the dragon. You have the scales, etc.
yes.
There were
Yes,
rumors.
Lovely fellow.
He's most interesting. There were rumors he was recruiting. That the orcs were becoming insufficient at their jobs. I blame you guys, or assume you guys have something to do with that. Congratulations. You clearly do efficient work.
Trather looks unreasonably proud.
I'm not unimpressed. If he's
Good
recruited the
note-keeping,
Deep
Melee.
Elves, you have problems. There's orcs. Orcs are messy and aggressive and largely unreasonable. But they're not that big a problem. If he's taken to making deals with the Deep Elves, you have problems.
Oh, good.
Ones you need to address. And I can point you in the direction. I've been to the Sunken City.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
He wanted me to see it.
Question about that. I'm a decent swimmer,
Sure.
but I don't know if I could, say, survive in a sunken city.
Oh, they can't either.
Okay.
There are fringes of remnants of the city still near the surface.
Oh,
A few feet of water, maybe 10 or 15 at most in most areas, but there are patches where you would walk, yes. It's not
Okay.
completely... There are vestiges of it on the edges that still remain.
Okay.
Falling and crumbling as they were.
All right. Out of character, would Vatten know a supplier to get some sort of potion of water breathing just in case, or would this be a good person to ask about that?
He'd be a great person to ask about that.
All
You
right.
need some sort of apparatus, perhaps controlled by levers with crab claws that no one ever uses in a campaign.
Or some sort of self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, scuba, if you will.
So there's a brief moment where as you're talking and just sort of discussing going to this place, he looks like he's headed towards a bookshelf that has some vials on it. And then when you mention this kind of, device or mechanical apparatus of some sort, he briefly looks at the basement, ponders it for a second, and then goes back to the bookshelf.
Oh.
I am disappointed, frankly.
He walks over, picks up 4 vials. 4 vials, there's 6 of you. 6 vials. They're all orangish in color. And he hands them to John. 10 or 15
Okay.
minutes max per person. Perfect underwater breathing. Don't push your limits.
Okay. We're gonna save those for just in case, and hopefully not need them.
And he points you... you guys have a map. You guys have kind of had an expanding, growing map that you've had in-game. Melee is the one who handles the cartography.
And
He-
she is taking on all sorts of extra roles now.
She's a squire. That's what she does.
Squire,
It's not quite the
cartographer,
same thing as secretary.
scribe.
She's learning. That's what the shield practice is for. It's progress. Got to work your way up.
Listen, we teach her some music. She'll have all the skills for a bard. She can do everything.
Hey.
Shem,
Hey.
can I
Melee,
interest you in pan flute?
Melee, unlike some cities, does like Ed Sheeran. It's not appreciated everywhere, but he is appreciated some places. So he points at a little place on the map down in on the very edge of the desert near the ocean. Let me get the name because I'll spell it and pronounce it incorrectly. Because the name was given to me. It is not of my own doing. It was option 2 of 3. I turned down the first and third ones. They were very Daniel in suggestion.
What is that supposed to mean?
So the sound of some wheels going over someone on a bus.
They go round and round. Round and round, round and round. This is only like 70% pun. The others were like 95. Atalantes.
That's 70%?
Oh, you haven't seen 95. The first one was just blub blub.
The city of love.
Daniel, I'm proud of you.
Tough but fair.
Oh no, Daniel didn't create these.
I didn't.
These are third-party submissions.
Whoever came up with blub blub, I'm proud of you.
I will let him know you said he did a good job. He will appreciate it. So he points you in the direction of the sunken city, and you guys can head on your way as soon as you wish. It will take you a
Hold
few
up.
days.
Hold up.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Rubba blub blub. 6 men who are co-workers. Who do you think they be?
Wait, what happened?
I'm not sure what happened there.
Jenny happened.
I was like halfway through a child's nursery rhyme, and then
I'm
something
trying to think of.
happened.
I'm not done yet. I'm trying to think up the names.
Oh, and then there was something from Pirates of the Caribbean, and then I just got lost. We're pulling it back though. We're good.
While she's thinking,
Listeners, leave your third lines in the comments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Okay.
We
So,
welcome them along with your gifts.
all
while
right.
she's thinking of this, I have last question before we head off.
Okay.
Inside this bag was also a journal.
Yes.
Do you know anything about Magi Velroth?
I know the name. He is.
Well,
the
could you
cause
make
of-
sense of the journal for us?
I'll look over it. He's the creator of the Rift. Interesting
So
fellow.
good guy.
Debatable.
Yeah.
Good intentions.
Well,
Misguided pursuits.
Been there, done
yeah, this journal will probably make very good reading and study material.
I will ponder it. Thank you. Okay, so he sends
Okay.
you guys to the southwest. You travel for a
Yep.
few days.
Off to the city of Gurgle.
Oh no, I'm upset.
Just have one question. What am I gonna, guys? What do I do with this giant bag?
It's a tent.
You're not
Do I
leaving
leave
it
it
in
here?
Bring
Do
it,
I hide it in the
bring it
bush?
along. Worst case, we can tie it behind a mule and haul things. It carries firewood well.
That's
Okay,
not
so I
nothing.
fold it up as nicely as I can
Okay.
into it.
Upside down and sleep inside it. I mean,
So
Honestly, it's a convenient target.
you guys head south, and you get to the edge of the desert after a couple of days, to the point where you do see water, and then you see a part where it's still sand in front of you, but the sand is black, and there's huge piles of rubble on the edges of the water. As you guys get to the edges where the sand just goes black, it's actually almost like it's midday, but it's dark there.
Oh boy.
Not
So,
like dark, but like
Daytime.
not
Night.
like requiring, night vision or anything, but definitely dim light.
Hmm.
As you get to the
John
edges,
casts light on stuff. I can cast light on things to help.
it's
Like
not-
super thick storm cloud kind of thing?
sort of.
Hang on. We've not seen John do that before, have we?
Well, we haven't really needed it expressly, although we probably could have used it.
Actually,
he wasn't here.
I just realized that light is not the best spell for this. It's just I cast dancing lights.
Oh,
Which
that
I
works too.
also don't know if
That actually fits the spacing better a little bit. I kind of like that. As you guys make your way to the edges, you begin to see deep elves scattered amongst the rubble. One of them looks at you.
We'll wave.
Yeah,
She waves
smile.
back. She waves back and she smiles back. You can come in. He's waiting for you.
Great. This is great. Wonderful. Awesome. Fatten just starts sweating again.
It sounded like you were walking away as you were saying. It's like you're pacing around in disconcertion. That was great.
Yeah, no, that's the I was pointing away from the microphone. But yes.
She points you in between patches of rubble. And as you pass deeper, you get to a point where there are actual foundations still, parts of buildings that look like you can walk into them. And there's one of them that seems to almost stand out, like it's had work done to it relatively recently.
Bertrand, how would you rate the masonry work?
That's a good question. How would you rate the newer work?
1 out of 10. It's maybe
Bertrand-
not even as stable as the old work.
Bertrand just looks at him and just, you didn't know that Bertrand could frown that deeply before now, but here it is.
It's deep. It's a deep frown.
Yeah.
So you guys kind of pass through the area.
How
and they
is his
just
beard frowning?
it's like mustache frown, but like deep set. Like the beard parts into sides.
It's like not only does the work offend Bertrand, but it hurts him on some level.
Let's wait before mending, because if a fight breaks out, we gotta fix that too.
Accurate. So you guys pass through, and there's a
Oh,
last there's a last person who just kind of points you deeper in. To the trenches. You go.
Oh.
The trenches.
And he just kind of waves you into the room like a maitre d' at a restaurant.
Garçon.
Like he bows as you pass him.
Oh, that makes Fatten deeply uncomfortable.
Slightly return the bow.
It doesn't particularly make Bertrand real happy either.
Yeah.
They just
Prather just naturally accepts it as his want.
Yeah, no, that's
that makes sense for Trather, to be honest. Okay, so I'm gonna move you guys one more time, and you move deeper into a room, and deep in that room there is extra rubble, but there are chairs set up, there are tables, and there are 4 people just kind of sitting there, and one of them, three of them are very clearly deep elves. One of them looks like he was probably definitely a deep elf at some point. Sorry. The 3 in the back are definitely deep elves. This one in the front was definitely probably a deep elf at some point. And he's holding a giant spear tipped in obsidian.
Oh, lovely.
Mm-hmm.
And as our special surprise for the night, I will let him introduce himself.
What are you doing in my trenches?
Oh, hi.
Well,
It's Justin. Hi,
heard about your place. Thought we'd come check it out. Guys, what are we doing in his trenches?
From the back, one of the deep elves is like, she like pats a pillar. Do you like my work?
It's great.
Bertrand frowns more but doesn't say anything.
Are you here to help me rise the city from the deeps?
We were actually more hoping that you would stop attacking people.
Yeah, that's rising the city from the deep is not necessarily off the table.
Shim just steps back a little bit and starts playing the 20,000 Leagues on his flute. Very softly.
A whale of a tale to tell you, lads. A whale of a tale or two. Yeah, okay.
One of the deep elves in the back starts clapping.
Silence! All who stand in the way of my goal must perish.
And what's your goal?
To raise this city from the deeps, to make it rise to the top, so we can be strong again.
Do you have to kill people to do that, though?
He holds his the spear, the obsidian spear up, says, I must do this, no matter what, and those who stop me or will not give me what I need will pay, and we must do what I am here to do for the people.
Answer the question.
Like what?
Do you need to kill people who are not in the city in order to raise the city?
Anyone who wants to, make me an Arcana check.
I want to.
Or if you want to use like detect magic and then make a check, that's also fine.
Will it make things easier?
It will
Not
make
with
them
a 3.
more clear.
Oh, that's a 7.
I'm just gonna do straight Arcana.
Okay.
Oh, there's so many 7s.
7s are the day.
Wait, only Grant's allowed to roll 7s. You guys need to stop that.
I didn't mean.
I mean, yes, but also
Niche
I'm
protection.
afraid of rolling really well on an Arcana check and having to justify that.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
All right, well, so I'll go ahead with this so he's holding the spear, and I'll say the 20, the nat 20. It's you get the sense that this object is controlling him a little bit. Like he's sincere about he wants to raise the city, but his methods are possibly due to an influence.
Little
spear.
suspect over there.
Yeah.
There's definitely something magic-y happening that's not supposed to be.
Oh, good.
And as you're holding the spear, these dark tendrils start to waft around it.
That's always good.
You know, I've
Yeah.
never had good experiences with tendrils.
No.
2 words. Flail snail.
As I said,
Wait.
I mean, since the day I found that picture and the link to what a flail snail is in 5th edition, I've just never stopped. It's like my new favorite thing. I love it so much.
oh, I don't blame.
And I start to sing, "If I were a deep one." Blah 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 blah. No.
Blah blah blah.
Sorry,
blah.
I really love Fiddler, so that's not a good place for us to go. Because I might actually sing for the first
Well,
time.
if it makes you feel better, I've only heard Chuggath on the Roof, and I have not seen Fiddler on the Roof. So
Yeah. It's a good show.
yeah,
And that song in
It is.
particular is fantastic. And now it's stuck in my head, so there's that. Thank you.
Okay,
so if I were the GM, I'd say roll for initiative, but I'm not.
That's also...
but that's what I'd be.
Unless you guys want to
Trevor
try...
will just sort of look around at the other members of the co-op.
Forgot that's the name now.
Would you like me to take the spear away from him?
Bertrand just kind of like drops his hammer to his out at like a fighting posture out at full length to his arm. He's like, not only would I like that, I am prepared to help you.
Oh, excellent. If you would keep the other ones distracted for a moment, I'll go take the spear real quick.
And
I hand it over, and that's it.
You guys win.
hey, we resolved it without combat, just like
That's how-
tradition.
Oh, no.
Tradition.
Oh, that was a Fiddler reference. Thank you for that, Daniel.
Can I do a reaction now, or are we
I
gonna
do my best. Yeah, I
roll
know.
first?
Hopefully we can.
Actually, it's a bonus action,
as he
never mind.
says that, real quick, I'm gonna convert the 20,000 Leagues song that I'm playing to a charge, and throw some bardic inspiration at Grant.
And like Justin said, we will roll lay dice.
All
What
right.
is it
Hit me with those initiatives,
made out of?
as is our tradition, I suppose.
Reasonably good for
Brian,
rather.
what does the spear look like it's made out of?
The
Other than-
It was
handle?
obsidian tipped.
Right,
Obsidian
but
tipped.
the shaft.
Some kind of unusual, like it's a metal you're not familiar with. It's got like a deep, similar to actually, so the image of Justin's character, which is kind of like, looks like a deep elf, but instead of like black and gray, it's more like teal and like a deep like bluish green color.
And he's
Oh,
got
you-
2 big tentacles, like he's a Twi'lek doing cosplay.
I'm good. Metal.
So yeah, it's a metal you're not familiar with, but it is metal.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
I made a mistake. I know
No, you
exactly
didn't.
what that means.
It's a magic word, like I said.
Yep, my bad, Justin. I'm sorry.
What was, I missed it. But,
That's a
Oh,
Peter.
you'll find
That's a
out.
Peter thing.
oh, okay.
That's a Peter thing, and I shouldn't have said it was metal. That's on me. I didn't say it was metal. It's made of wood, Peter. Why would you ask such a silly question? Why
It's
would
made
it-
of shiny green cobalt colored wood.
Yes, that I specially handcrafted.
Is anyone here wearing metal? I mean, not that it matters.
At all, in any shape or form, I'm sure.
I think I am actually just wearing leather.
Trather is in quite a lot of metal, yes.
Yes, yeah, no, absolutely. He is.
more
The
than
most
is-
fashionable metal as well.
And because
Very
it is, it's like more than is necessary, possibly.
Oh, absolutely.
100% more than is necessary.
There's some really nice filigree
oh
going
yeah,
across the pauldrons. Very tastefully done.
you know that's right.
It really is.
Okay, everybody, read me those sweet numbers.
1.
Good start.
17.
Better start.
Also 17.
Acceptable start.
19.
Ooh. Hashtag
16.
not bad. Also, hashtag not bad.
16 with a 3 breaker.
Yeah, he'll go first.
That's fine. But, for this case, John goes first.
Okay. Is Blue Man wearing metal armor?
No.
Okay.
It's made of the hides of sea creatures.
Okay.
You can
still
just
not-
say it's kelp. Like, that's fine.
Still not gonna change what I'm gonna do. Oh
It's
dang
not
it.
an algebra.
5 feet.
Oh.
I,
1, 2.
I know there's a reference I didn't get there, but the fact that you got Daniel to laugh like that is just a victory I'll take.
I'm
Listen,
just making ass jokes at this point.
I'm sure you could work the math out.
Fair.
Well, I mean, we got the Cthulhu enthusiast here, so something non-Euclidean was going to show up.
Wrong about that.
I rolled a 17 for shock and grasp.
That'll hit.
Okay. That is 8 lightning damage.
Right.
Is it?
There was a thing about successfully hitting with shock and grasp.
He can't make any
You
reactions
cannot-
until
yeah.
your next turn.
No reactions.
I don't know
That's
why
okay.
I know that.
I don't have that any,
Because-
which was unfortunate because I was like, "Ooh, somebody's running up to me." No
Jenny's
reaction.
used it quite a bit.
That's accurate. You should see name tags now.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
I don't know why the third one doesn't have one, but it's fine.
It's Shall I give him my name?
Yes. Oh, they've heard it before.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Oh, I was gonna say. Trimmer. Okay, neat. All right. Does that mean it's my turn next?
Okay, so that was Jenny's go for John. That is actually Justin's turn.
All right.
His bonus is better than mine.
All right.
That is
In
hard to
this
do,
case-
to be fair.
All right. What am I gonna do? Within 10 feet. Nope.
Oh, that's good to hear.
My own guys are close, so
Feet. Yeah, right, great.
I'm going to cast. So you see, there's like a bunch of tendrils come out. They look like they're water tendrils, and they sort of splash. And suddenly, there's 4 copies of me. So I cast mirror image,
Yep.
and
Yep, you sure
as
do.
as a let me see here. Actions as a bonus action, I can create a 10-foot long tentacle within 60 feet. So I will put it. I'll put it here, like it's everyone's a U there. So I will put it right in the middle of there. Who looks the yeah, right there. Who looks the most like they're gonna run up next and try to hit me?
Trather. 100% Trather.
Yeah.
Trevor literally said out loud, "I'm going to get that spear from him."
Okay.
Prather did
Yeah.
say, "I'm going to run up and hit him."
Accurate.
So-
Okay. So I bet a 5's gonna miss.
Rather?
Yes.
Yes. 100% miss.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, that tentacly
and-
looking thing shows up better.
Yeah, the other one was a darker color.
All right, and I believe that's it. All right, so that would be my turn.
Daniel. Ben's turn.
All right, so first thing I'm going to do is get out of the way of the tentacle. So 1, 2, 3. That should be fine. Sure. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so I had a question about a spell, but I'm not sure if Vatten would know the answer. So if asking you, I don't know if that would work.
I mean, if it's one you know already, sure.
Yeah, I don't know how Ensnaring Strike would work with trying to pop a mirror image. Like if it would even be worth casting it on if I hit a mirror.
So I think they basically just sort of
disappear immediately, so it would be like wasting a spell.
Well, and I think sort of basically it just makes it more difficult for you to hit him, and it hits one of them instead, with a possibility.
Yeah, and it bursts them.
If you don't hit me, and your hit actually hits the duplicate, it will destroy the duplicate.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume that it would be like burning an ensnaring strike. So I'm just not going to do that. Although I will preoccupy the other combatants because I can do that. I'm going to shoot the person directly above me, Trimmer.
Okay.
And so we're just going to go with that.
Roll to hit.
Okay. My first attack is the 12.
That's a... Wait, actually for... Let me look. I'm going to say... Yeah, that's a no.
Okay. But because it's the first round, I do get 2 attacks. So I'm going to attack Trimmer again and use Hunter's Mark to mark them in combat. I believe does an extra d6 if I hit. All right, so I'm going to attack again. And how about natural 20?
Yeah, sure. We can go with that.
Okay. Oh, this is going to be a lot of
barely,
damage.
You just got it.
Okay, good to know. Oh, and because it's Hunter's Mark, that means I also get an extra 2d6 as well.
Okay. Dig it.
Quick question. Are these obscuring?
Yeah, okay.
2d8
Okay, so
plus 4 for 8.
So I rolled
plus 8
2d8 and both came up 8.
Yep.
So
that's a solid 20.
Twang, sir.
Yeah, that is an initial 20 damage plus the 2d6 of 5. So I hit him for 25.
He looks slightly phased by that, I guess.
All right, and he has a Hunter's Mark on him.
Oh, and that's the extra 5.
Yeah, that's what the extra 5 is from the
Yeah,
Hunter's
he's fine.
Mark.
Everybody's fine. We're good. That's totally not a problem.
All right, so that was my first one.
Everybody's okay. I promise. Ben, Jim's turn.
Are these clusters here? Are those obscuring vision? Like, are they?
They're a couple feet, but they're like. You could hide with them, yes, probably as the rogue, but in general, no.
Range attack, would they give cover though?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to, let's go 10, 15, 20. Let's do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That works. So 30 up, and we're gonna do an alchemist fire. So that's a 16.
Oh, Marianas. Yeah, that's Justin. Is that?
Let me check.
Oh, for the mirror images. Yes.
So I will have it hit one of my duplicates, and it will. I'm pretty sure that hits 10 plus my dex
1d4 damage. So 3 fire damage to your duplicate. I'm assuming that pops your duplicate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much so.
So one down.
Then we
There's 2 more left.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does that fire stay in place, or does it just go away when the duplicate goes?
That's a good question. It does. It's supposed to stay.
I think Alchemist Fire is just a one-off, but I'm not sure. Let me double check.
Well, it says it stays, but
Creature can end this damage by using an action on its turn to extinguish the flames.
If they're on fire.
Kind of like, so it's kind of like napalm. So I don't know if it like the area next to him would stay on fire, or
I assume it would dissipate just like it hit, because it hit the duplicate.
As the duplicate dissipated, it would dissipate. That's cool.
Yeah, it doesn't do it. It doesn't like fill a square with fire. It just sets that target on fire if you make a successful attack.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that.
Fair enough.
Trather's turn.
Excellent. Trather is going to move to here and take a swing at our big blue friend. And that's going to start with a longsword attack that's definitely going to miss.
Yeah.
And you know what? I say that I'm going to try and add the
Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration die. See if I can get that to hit. 13?
Nope.
Fair enough.
Worth a shot.
Yep. In that case, I am going to go ahead and use the action surge ability to take an additional action as a 20.
I think that probably works.
Alrighty. Justin, if you'll roll that d20 to see if that is actually an illusion I hit.
Oh, yeah.
I think this time you're rolling for, because we got one down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have that not hit me.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that's another one down at least.
Okay, and then it will be Trimmer's turn. So Trimmer, actually just like kind of on the edge of one of the pools of water, hops out of the pool and just runs like kind of aggressively right up to Shem. And swings kind of a big hammer at you. Ben, how do we feel about a...
Not good.
Okay, cool. A 20. How do we feel about a 20?
I feel like you should go ahead and roll some damage.
Okay, I can roll that much. 3.
Yeah, Shim just looks and smiles.
And there's a genuine sense of confusion on Trimmer's face. So Trimmer gets right up there and just swings the hammer. Yep.
Hey, do better next time.
You got this, buddy.
Disappointment on face.
Hang in there.
And nothing like a little condescending pat on the head.
Right.
We believe
with
in
a
you.
hammer.
Yes.
Come on.
Okay,
Just
so
drive him into the ground like a tent peg.
one of the others will now flank Trather.
Great.
And we will see how you feel about 2 numbers. We'll pick one. How are a 17 or an 11? Because neither of those hit, but they do combined.
Neither one hits.
A 28 though. Yep. Okay. So real hefty swing with a longsword that does not really connect.
Yeah, Trather, the first one kind of gets close. Like, Trather has to actually block that one. The second one, obviously, the other one's, obviously just off balance after that. Trather just sort of hip dodges out of the way of the swing.
Okay, and now it will be the third one's turn. She steps forward, and she kind of... There's like a pause. She surveys the scene. There's kind of a clear sense of debating. And she will also come try and give Trather a big hello hug.
Group hug.
All sorts of friends. Yeah, 6 with a natural 1.
Also,
Heavy swing of that mace, thuds to the ground, and she drops it. We will move on. That was William. It is ours turn.
Those 2 moving just ruined my plans.
Sweet. I mean,
Hey now.
Aw shucks. Oops.
if anyone would like to just drop a fireball right here.
Grant's got enough hit points for it. I mean, it'd be probably fine.
Yeah, his dex isn't great, but he can tank it.
Yeah.
And if you focus it far enough back, it won't hit Ginny's character.
Also,
An ice knife right in the middle, the explosion would hit all of them. But I would have to.
If you hit Shrouder with an ice knife?
Yeah.
oh, no, he
you'd have
could
to
actually
actually-
aim for this one.
Yeah, if it's within 5 feet.
If you
Hope it
put it
goes
with the
through and
back one,
through.
then yeah, it wouldn't hit John. It would only hit Trather, and I don't think Trather would notice
That would be
because
splash
of all
damage.
that.
Yeah.
Because of all that HP.
Well, I
Tyler
can't
would be
get-
like, I'm sorry, did something hit me?
Is there an angle I can take to do?
You can
Yeah.
you can fire through.
Yeah, you'd be well. And
frozen spaces. I
you're
think.
flying anyway, so you'd just be able to kind of throw it over, so you didn't hit John.
Okay.
That's
that
not a
works for
problem.
me.
So yeah, you're targeting the one in the back.
Yeah, I'll just move up a little bit and use an ice knife.
Ice knife away, sir.
24.
Yes.
Wow, you've had great luck with that ice knife.
Okay, so 1d10 damage, and
So that
each
one takes 2
creature
damage.
within 5 feet, and I'm gonna. Well, I guess I probably should have said which slot I was using earlier, but I meant to use the second level,
Okay.
so that'd be a 3d6.
And then make a dexterity save. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah, Grant, if you will, Trather will make a dexterity save, and then Justin one for Marianas as well.
yes.
Oh boy, Grant is
Nice.
on fire tonight.
I'm gonna go with.
Actually,
Oh, yeah.
like Grant and
Wow, everybody.
Daniel and yeah,
There we
it's
go,
like
there we go.
we're
That makes more sense. 2
the
minus
power
1
of the
is
puns,
1.
everybody.
Yeah. So no damage otherwise.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll the. Is it 3d6 because you did it second level?
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
did.
did that
it.
Yeah, I
earlier.
did.
He rolled an 11.
That's,
It was an 11.
Okay, perfect.
so 13 total.
All right, that's not fun. We're fine. Okay, perfect. Peter, Bertrand.
Bertrand is going to move over here. And then he just looks at Marianas and just kind of like quietly and matter-of-factly says, that spear looks heavy. Keep metal on the spear.
And he gets a save for that too, right?
He does. No,
Wow.
That's
that's an
that's maybe
interesting
a
makes a
formula,
save.
but I don't think
That's a
saving
40.
throw.
That's a 40.
How do you
He
roll
saves.
advantage on here? Ooh, I'm sure the 19 plus 4 is going to pass.
All right,
DC
well, you
it's a
still
D-
take damage from it.
It's a
2d8
DC-14.
fire.
9. Or
So
9.
like you see like it's steaming like I don't know, steaming because that's cool.
No, I like the boiling salt water off kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there's.
But now don't you take damage every round that you're holding it?
If I maintain concentration, yep.
There's a
So
brief moment you see where it
take
looks like
12.
he looks like he's going to drop the spear, and the spear flashes. Like it almost pulses and locks back into his hand.
Still hot?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can hold the spear or you can drop the spear, but either way, it's not going to be a good time. That's it. Bertrand's done.
Ginny.
Okay. I'm going to do Shocking Grasp again. And then I have a question because I think if I'm reading the rules right, I can do this. I'm gonna do Shocking Grasp first for sure.
Nope.
No. Okay.
Also,
If I'm reading
house
the-
rule: no shocking grasp in rooms without carpet. From now on, after this
Wait,
session.
no, I thought the carpeting gave you advantage on the damage.
Oh,
for the
it
shocking
does,
grasp.
but like hardwood floors just fully negate it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, like a carpet square would be the material component, but
Yeah. Well, also you need to pick up a pair of wool socks from Stuffin' Things.
Yes.
yes, yeah, and also
if,
boxes. Don't
If
forget that.
carpet's not a material component, that I'm actually a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Shocking Grasp has no material component.
That's a flavor fail.
If I Misty Step, does that provoke attack of opportunity?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
I think that specifically does not. Isn't that one of the reasons that you would use Misty Step?
Because you're not moving, you're disappearing.
Yeah, I'm just like, and then I'm gone.
Briefly
and then I
teleporting.
bam right back out.
I think you're
somewhere
fine.
else
Yeah, go
without
ahead.
doing- Okay.
Yeah.
I bamf and I go one.
No, we can't. That's copyrighted. You can't. You okay?
Yes, I can. I can, and I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're here now.
Noise.
Okay, so Ginny is done. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Jean is done. Justin.
All right. As a bonus action, I'm going to move my tentacle next to Mr. Hot Hands here.
As he
and
shall
it's
now
going-
be known, Mr. Hot Hands.
Isn't hot hands like the little like cheap rubber thing you use to get ovens stuff out of the oven that isn't like a full on mitt?
No, that would be an glove. Hot hands are the hand warmer thing.
Oh, the hand warmers. That's right.
Yeah.
The hand warmers.
Did they
There we
use
go.
it?
I knew it was a brand name.
Did they use it for like professional sports and gaming tournaments?
Yeah.
You can
Survival kits, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Fun fact:
They're
you can
just-
make those at home by making a crystal that you can activate to heat up. Anyway, that's the whole thing. Don't worry about it.
Sorry about that.
I
Science
mean, the
experiment.
Ranger should know.
That misses.
You know, right?
18 misses.
It's 18 misses. Bertrand has a very high AC.
You're no funds.
That was your bonus action.
I mean,
though?
that is
That was a bonus
pretty much
action.
the definition of Bertrand. You're no fun.
Yeah.
There are some fun things.
Mostly
Fixing.
just for Bertrand. I mean,
Hey,
like
look.
nobody else finds fixing things as enjoyable as he does.
But it does
Like
bring-
literally nobody on Earth finds fixing things as fun as
that,
Bertrand.
that might be a challenge for a new NPC for something. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to
It does bring people joy when you do it.
point
That's
my
not nothing.
spear. Aha, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to jab him with the spear. That's not the attack, but that's just how I'm casting the spell. And suddenly he's covered with sand fleas. Sand fleas.
Sand fleas. Sorry, I'm
And
trying to
a
hear this from, like, the
Constitution saving
Trogdor.
throw.
Oh well, I mean, if I
Wait.
must.
Are we burninating the countryside?
All right. So
No, we are not.
No, it's not really a burninating. It's more of an itchy sensation.
Itchinating.
For the listeners at home, Trather rolled a 19 on his Constitution save.
Yeah, we're covered there. He's not covered there.
Nope.
In
Yeah.
sand fleas. Sand mites. Sand mites might. Daniel.
Yeah.
Go, sir.
All right.
With your
Well,
rude bow and arrow and stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to think of other fun, tricky things to do, but there's no point. I'm just gonna shoot the same guy again.
Okay.
So Trimmer, I believe, is his name.
That
I'm
is
just
his
gonna-
name.
Yeah,
Him and his big warhammer.
I'm just gonna try to fill this guy full of arrows.
If you
So
hit
far,
him in the knee, he'll have to retire.
all right. I aim for the knee.
Become a guard.
How's a 14?
That feels like a no.
Does it feel like a no, or is it a no?
It's a no.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear.
I mean, I guess a lot of things could, I just decide they don't hit. That seems rude, though.
Despite my better judgment, I am gonna move up so I can hopefully at least flank or help Shim out.
Okay.
Appreciate
My
it.
sword out, so we can kind of clean this up a little bit.
Speaking of Shim, it's Shim's turn.
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
I totally remembered that and did that on purpose.
Is there a? Can I tell what class-ishness the tremor is?
Aggressive nature and giant warhammer swinging aside, you think there's a good feeling Trimmer is there for the
Oh.
punching.
Okay, he's the puncher. Got it. Then
The punch
I'm
man.
going to tap him on the shoulder in front of me, and say,
Oh no.
Why does water never laugh at jokes?
He gets this real confused look on his face.
No.
I
Because
don't-
it's a fan of dry humor
Oh.
and
Oh,
cast hideous laughter.
I'm upset.
You know what? You know what? That's better than the punchline I came up with. Thank you.
The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. Perfect. Okay. This is good. We're fine here.
Keep it low.
Boom shakalaka. 7.
Oh, that definitely. He's
Perfect.
out.
Okay. There's some confusion, and they just he kind of looks at you looks at the water behind him, looks at you, looks at the water behind him, and then the light bulb comes on for some reason. Huh? And it falls over.
Oh, that's great.
I still only half heard the joke, so we're just gonna go with it. It's perfect.
That's 5, 10, 15. Let's go here. We're gonna move over here. Since he's out of the fight for a second.
Yep. Pure humor, babe. That's what we do here.
You know what? He's pretty big, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a pretty good sized dude.
I'm gonna kind of go. I'm just gonna come back behind Vatten, crouch down a little bit, and bonus action hide.
I think between the two of us, you'd probably be all right.
But you're gonna hide behind that. Okay.
Fat and
I'm gonna use them both, and just kind of bonus action hide.
Okay.
Because I'm a rogue.
Yeah, Vatten got his sword out, and then now the guy's just on the floor laughing, looking a little sad.
It's the saddest laugh you've ever heard.
No, I'm just sitting there like, oh.
No.
It's like a very existential, like he's really thinking about the humor and the fact that you're probably right, like science-wise. And that's just, it's a lot for him to think about right now. And he's just,
he's just overcome.
He is.
He's just awash in emotion.
There it was. That's what I was waiting for. It's, those good old-fashioned water puns.
Yeah, tide just swept right over him and carried him
That's
away.
what I'm looking for. Grant.
The only thing Vatten can do is just stand here and wave.
The simplest one. It's the one that always gets him.
That was my other joke, but I'll leave that one.
Okay, you save that one for later. We may need that one later.
Ooh, I know the joke to that punchline.
You can't work backwards. That's not how this works. Grant, do a thing.
No, if I must. I'm Crowther's just sort of casually holding these two off with the shield, and he's gonna take another jab at this guy.
It's like with little kids when you hold them on the forehead and they still try and run forward.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of that.
Yeah.
How's a 24?
Ow.
Do you have any illusions left up? Last one's gone.
Ben.
Yes.
Question about hideous laughter.
Everything I know is right there. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, becomes incapacitated. Okay, so it's now Trimmer's turn. So at the end of its turn, it will take some damage. Oh, and each time it takes damage. Oh, that's good. Okay. Whoop, that's a natural 1. Cool. So Trimmer's now worked out the actual math in drying water, with to ratios with sponges and stuff, and it's he's now doodling in the sand, just kind of calculations and stuff. It's fine. It's if you've ever seen Numbers, the show Numbers, sorry, you've all seen Numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We play a dice game.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen the show Numbers, the main character Charlie will just kind of get lost in his math computation sometimes. It's less about humor for Trimmer now, and it's more about, finishing the word problem, working the equation all the way out. So we're going to keep working on that.
He's trying to calculate a sine wave?
Yes.
Wow.
But he was... Oh, wave. There it was. Nice. I was going to make a cosine reference, but they always take me a second. That's why I don't like them. There's a delay there. Okay. Grant. Actually, not Grant.
Yep.
That's not Grant. Oh, yeah. Well, fine.
I mean, if you want it to be me, it's cool.
Swingy the big sword. 19. I still don't think... Does that actually hit?
Against me?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I kind of didn't think so.
What's Trailer's AC? 20?
20.
It's 20 now, yeah. I think I actually knew. I thought it used to be 19. That's what it was.
Also, the reason I wanted the ice knife or fireball or whatever is I get to add my shield AC bonus to Dex saving throws.
Perfect.
Prather is pretty good at sitting still and not being hit by things.
Nice.
Okay.
Apparently,
so...
he's holding off 3 at once.
Has
Prather's
not
pretty
taken
good
damage
at
yet.
pounding on things too.
So it is now the one in the back's turn, and Trimmer is still kind of rolling on the ground, laughing and doing math, but Trimmer looks a little healthier now, and the one standing behind Marianas looks a little annoyed at Shem.
Mohawk?
Yes.
For the record, Prather's also chuckling a little.
Fair enough. Humor is, I suppose, in the ear of the beholder. William.
Yeah, so this conversation kind of makes me just do something within that 5 feet and see if I can do a little damage.
Go
Try
for
to-
it.
Yeah, I'll just, as long as you then another dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do Snillock's Snowball Swarm.
It's my favorite thing William
Snowball
put it,
fight.
Right here. A creature takes 3d6 cold damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful save.
Prather
14.
got a 22.
Okay. All right. Here's the good one. 6.
Hey.
0.
Oh!
All right. Cool.
Wow.
1 minus 1, baby. Show me that 3d6 cold
You
damage,
managed to
William.
get a number
Okay.
lower than Bertrand's
Ooh,
initiative score.
15.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Made a snowman. Snow person.
Awesome. I'm going to use my reaction to take no damage.
They will not do that.
So
Just
I take half?
for the record, Shield Master, it's a feat I took at 4th level, one of the abilities. If you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw, interposing your shield between yourself and the source of the effect. So,
something
All right.
swimming in a winter wonderland. Perfect. Bertrand.
I'm going to take the disengage action, move up here, and maintain my concentration on heat metal. So
Bernie Haynes.
take another 2d8, and then you have to make the save again. 7 this time, and a DC 14.
Constitution?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a 24.
All right. You do, however, I forgot to mention this last turn. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn. So
Okay.
enjoy your debuffs, even though you get to hang on to your spear.
Okay, Jenny, your turn.
Okay, chromatic orb time. That's a natural 1.
but it works out to a 7.
Total 7. But that's a natural 1. It doesn't hit.
That's important. That's important that we got to keep a 7 tally.
Yeah,
That's, that does not hit though. Justin, your turn.
All right. As a bonus action, I will.
And I should note William's character R is probably about 30 feet in the air. Just generally at all times.
Okay.
Because Aarakocra things.
Yes.
Hashtag just Aarakocra things.
There it was.
That's probably copyrighted. We can't make a t-shirt out of that one.
So as a bonus action, I'm going to I splash this black water over. I don't know anybody's character name. This guy. Trother. He is now hexed. So he if I manage to hit him, I do extra damage, and he'll take disadvantage on anything made with dex checks. And as my regular action, I shall the sand fleas again, just to see if that works. So it's because that's a Constitution. Can I change it to Constitution then instead of Dex? Apparently.
You get to pick a thing that he does. That
Yeah,
you pick
well,
something to score, yeah.
it says ability checks. Like I don't.
Yeah, you choose the ability check.
They have disadvantage on
that
checks
doesn't-
made with that ability.
Yeah, so that's
That wouldn't do
like,
Constitution.
it's
or that
not
would-
saves. I think that is specifically like make me a strength roll to move a thing, or in a
Right.
skill roll, because skill rolls are just specialized ability checks in 5th edition.
Okay, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
I
Okay.
think how it works.
Yeah, it says ability checks. It doesn't say
It doesn't
saving
say
throws.
specifically the other. Yeah, that's
Usually
true.
calls out saving throws.
I think those are different.
Does he have?
Yeah.
So you have metal armor on then?
Oh, yeah.
Gonna make that goes through my guys.
I'm sure they'll be totally fine with you making that line there.
I mean, we don't know Marianis's personality. He might be okay with that.
That's true.
And for anyone wondering, hashtag just Eric Coker things, 0 Google results. So that's ours now.
All right,
we could
then.
corner that.
So the point is, tweet at City. It's City on a Hill Gaming?
City on a Hill
City.
game.
City on a Hill Game with your Just Eric Coker things, pictures, and hashtags. We need those.
Please. Yes, please.
Yes. Tweet them
Trying.
like a bird.
Like a bird. Very good, Daniel. Hashtag just Eric Coker things.
All right. So yeah, we'll do this then. Can I hit all these 4 people?
One of them is yours, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Laughing over a dumb joke.
they must make a deck save. Even though it's the lightning.
Yeah, Trimmer fails automatically. I'm pretty sure he's in no condition to make saving throws.
17.
I
17.
accidentally rolled a 44. Can I keep that?
No.
I'll let you could.
All right. How about a 21?
That's fine. That's acceptable. And Trimmer does not make the save.
Okay. Well, let's see how this all works out.
So I take half.
Half on a successful.
And the DC was
14.
There we go, 35. Okay, so that was shocking. I'm sorry. Daniel, do a thing.
Yeah. Okay. The hex that went onto Trather looked like some sort of black liquid of some sort, right? Is that what you
Let's
said?
call it Iker, just because we haven't used that yet.
Oh, good. Some sort of dark ichor splashed on him. And the only thing I know is this is some sort of seafaring person with a large tendrily beard.
Because I haven't said it yet. Yo ho.
He's putting the ick in icker.
So
Ah.
this is some sort of pirate of dark water is what I'm getting.
Not exactly, no, but cute.
Early 90s show? Anybody?
No one. Okay. I didn't get it either, so that's
Oh,
fine.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's all right. It was really good.
I recognized it. I just didn't watch it.
Same.
All
Like I
right.
recognize the reference, but yeah, I don't know it.
Okay, go back and watch it. It's great. All right. Okay, well, he did. I'm just gonna shoot him with an arrow. Oh, because Trimmer went down, I moved my hunter's mark onto Marianis.
Perfectly acceptable.
He is now enmarked. That's a word
And
that I'm
Mark,
using now. Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was I was like, really? Okay, sure. Dig it.
I appreciate how everyone just kind of went there. They're like, "Yep,
Yeah, that seems right. Sure.
that
Sure,
sounds like something Vatten would say." Yes.
I'm fine
Okay.
with it. I'm trying to spell it, but that's okay. It's not important.
Don't worry about it. All right, I'm gonna shoot him.
Shoot him. Shoot a thing. Nope.
I am not rolling high.
That's
I got
an
one
11.
natural 20, and everything else has been a miss. I have a plus
Balance in
8.
all things, young Padawan. Balance in all
Yeah,
things.
yeah. I have a plus 8. You'd think it would, even on like a medium score, it'd still hit.
Then I think it's your turn.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna not be in a straight line with everybody else.
That's
first.
probably reasonable.
other game too. That guy had an insane to hit bonus and could never land anything either.
So I'm gonna switch to sword. I don't have that good of a 2-hit bonus, so that means I'll roll high. That's how that works, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's
Sure.
worth a try.
So still hidden?
Last big D&D campaign I ran, I had a player who was playing a fighter with an enormous 2-hit bonus and could not hit anything. But whenever he tried to play a musical instrument or do anything that was not in his particular class wheelhouse, net 20s across the board.
Yeah, it was insane. He was the bardiest fighter.
The bardiest. I like that. There's a phrasing there that works for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was a heavy metal bard.
Yeah.
Rock on.
20 on the 12 to the healer. Does that hit?
No.
Are you flanking?
Oh yeah, I get an advantage. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. Also rogues.
Even worse.
Perfect.
Wow. Cool. Then I'm going to normal healing potion is 1d4 plus 4.
1d8 plus 4, I believe.
Ooh.
I will look though.
I have one. I'm debating that or healing word, but that would be an action, not a bonus action, so I'm not going to do that.
Healing word is a bonus action, and yeah.
So it is a healing potion.
2d4 plus 2, excuse me.
Just a basic healing potion.
Yes.
That's 6.
Grant.
And that makes my turn.
How is everyone around me looking?
So the both of the two next to you that aren't Justin's, neither of them look good, and both of them look concerned, and not about you guys.
Probably a little cold too.
Aha.
Continue to ignore them for a moment and try and land a hit Uranus here. If I can find the button that does the thing. Nope, that's not good.
We hit well.
We're doing great. It was like a 9. In fact, it was exactly a 9. Not like a 9 at all.
I was hoping for a 7, but that's also close.
I was too, but you know, it's an honorary 7.
It's an honorary 7. It's a 7 without the second bonus. That's not nothing. If you take away your proficiency, it's a 7.
Sure, we'll go with that. There are ways to make that into a 7 if we try really hard.
I trust that.
I don't think there's a whole lot else I can do.
So it's both of the other two Deep Elves' turns. They both have this look on their face as they saw Trimmer go down.
Yeah, that happened right in front of them.
All that lightning. Both just kind of. There's a pause. There's a definite pause. And they both look at Marianas, look at each other, look at Marianas, look at each other, look at you guys. Because there's now a lot more of you guys than them.
I mean, talking's a free action, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I can see that. And I'm just going to go, listen, you guys can just turn and leave right now. We're not going to attack you. If you've heard anything about our reputation, you know that we don't. If you lay down your arms and walk away, we're not going to pursue you.
So the one in the back, the cleric. We know nothing of who you are. This is not how we wanted to do things. I'm sorry, Mariana. We're done here. They both leave and dive into the water in the back. And as you look, that water's probably 30 or 40 feet deep. And at the bottom, you see what look like if you just kind of look over the edge, because Ben's fairly close. Shim can see over the edge. There look like the glow of lights in the bottom. So that's their turns. Yep, but William.
Do we want to give Marianas a chance or just attack?
I feel like offering a surrender is very on brand for us.
Yeah. To be prepared to blast him because he's under some sort of influence.
Yeah, I'm gonna use magic missile. So whatever you do, if he says no, I'm gonna hit him.
So you want to hold your action until he sort of responds to what's happening.
Sure.
Okay, that's fine. Peter, your turn.
Okay, I am going to move up here. And I am going to use my last second level spell to cast Cure Wounds on Trather.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so Trather, you get back 13 hit points, and Justin, you take 14.
All right, what was the save on that?
DC 14.
He just starts screaming like, "No, it's not supposed to go like this," and he's just like angry.
John.
I'm not trying to be mean here. This feels kind of mean.
It won't hurt my feelings any.
Are you sure about that? I feel really mean. I'm gonna blind him.
Yep, that's good.
It's good. Okay, I feel bad because
bad day. His eyes, they like cloud over. And do you have any other actions?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I can move one more square.
He just starts screaming and he like raises the staff. He can't sing. He just swings it, and this he just raises it, and this dark energy bursts forth. Everyone in 10 feet must make a strength saving throw.
Man, I'm just out of range, and I'm so happy.
I was gonna move one, but I can't see. So it's 14. So
Nope. Trother at least made that.
okay.
Nope.
7.
I don't think it's going to take anyone down at this point. 8 necrotic damage. And he's got the spear up, and is like his hand is charred black from all the burningness, and he runs towards the water. It's not like he's running, it's more like he's being pulled towards the water by the spear. His arm plunges in the water, and it starts.
Is there anything I can do as he comes past me to stop him from going into the water?
That's
I know I can attack, but is there a way I can like grapple, restrain, something like that?
Not under normal circumstances, but
okay. In that case, then I'm fine.
Oh, it's okay. He's not gonna. He doesn't actually dive into the water. He just reaches in the water. He plunges the spear and drops it, but it doesn't sink. It sort of like floats away, like down and away. And Mariana's just screaming, like, "No! All my power is gone!" And he just falls down, and like everything, he just looks like he's lost everything.
Bertrand drops his hammer into ring at his belt and like walks over. He's like, "Let me take a look at those hands, lad."
Shim is going to cross over and cast Healing Word on Big Goofus Tremor.
Okay.
Which one, Tremor or Trather?
on Tremor.
Tremor Trather.
And bring him back. Basically, spare the dying, essentially, but because it's only been one round.
Yeah, a little more effective, actually.
Cast Healing Word to bring him back, and then drag him over and release him into the water.
He wakes up very briefly as he hits the water, realizes what's happening, and immediately swims back towards the city. And you notice the spear, as it floats away in the water, goes the opposite direction from what looks to be that city you saw.
Oh man, for a second I worried Trimmer was gonna grab it, and then we just have a whole new set of problems.
Did we need that spear for anything?
I don't think we had the option.
Yeah, I don't think we had a chance to.
Yeah.
From behind you all hear a familiar voice. A woman you have all seen at different points walks into the room. Big shield, long extending mace.
Oh, thank goodness it's her.
She looks at you.
Trather did get a little panicked for a moment.
No, she looks at you, smiles, and from behind her you hear kind of a rumbling sound. And this big creature slides into the room, kind of on its belly, and just dives straight into the water. Just kind of moves past you guys, dives into the water.
That's
and
huge.
It races down towards the spear, catches up with the spear, and you see the two kind of float next to each other, and a sphere appears around the spear. Dangerous phrase there. That was rough. And it locks in place and just floats there. The creature sort of floats around beside it and just kind of comes to rest in place next to the spear. The beast will take it from here. You need not worry about that any further. That was most unfortunate. It's not the boy's fault. I blame a great many things on Sanot. The lad just needed an opportunity to try and restore his city, and Sanot gave him the wrong one. She looks at Marianas and just kind of, you made your choices, and this one did not work out as you intended, young one. Yahweh is forgiven. And the creature kind of disappears under the water with the spear. And you think it looks like it's almost headed towards like a big pillar in the water. And the spear comes to rest on top of the pillar. Creature comes to rest in the sand on the ground next to it. He will stay with the spear.
I'm glad to know that that's no longer a problem.
I imagine I will see you all again soon.
Yeah.
Safe travels.
Oh, yes.
So at this point, Vatten is going to put up his arrows and bow and approach Marianas. I know it seems like you've lost everything right now, but you still have your life. And with that comes the opportunity to repent, to change, and to try and help in some way, help and right the wrongs that you've made.
Yes, he's staring at his mostly at his burned hand. I've done terrible things. Thought I was doing the right thing.
And we all make poor decisions sometimes. And there's an opportunity to do better. And you can look on Vatten, he still has the charred marks on him from the lightning, still fresh, much mirroring what Marianas has. But there's no ill will in his eyes or in his voice.
I don't know what to do now.
Do good. Make your own path.
I will do that.
Bertrand kind of takes one of his hands and uses like cure wounds to at least help with the burning some, and he's like, just so you're aware in the future, lad, you're supposed to let go.
I couldn't.
Well, then I'm truly sorry. That's not the intended effect of that particular spell. Bertrand will kind of give him like a gentle pat on the back, like right between the shoulders, and rummage some bandages out of his backpack for like the last of the burns, and kind of wrap his hands up. And I wish you luck. I hope you don't find any more evil cursed spears that don't let you put them down for a long time, at least.
Yes, I'll be more cautious of who I take suggestions from.
It would probably be wise.
The woman had stepped back as the conversation kind of comes to this point, comes to the stop. She steps forward. I will be.
When I was on the
Perfect timing.
That was great.
Wise words.
I mean, the wisdom of a child, man. Never argue with that.
We gotta pretend me, right?
You know what? I think that's probably just a good place to stop for the night.
You're not wrong.
You can't argue with the wisdom of a child. I think we'll just call it there. Thank you for listening to City on the Hill Gaming. Justin, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Justin.
You can find Mr. Justin on Twitter at Chivalrybean, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
All over the
Chivalrybean is not dead.
No, he is not. Also, it sounds kind of like a VeggieTales story that occurred to me earlier today. You can also find him all over the Saving the Game Discord. Great. Peter,
I will see.
tell me all the Saving the Game thing.
All right, so yeah, Jiminy Grant and I are Saving the Game. We are a Christian tabletop RPG analysis and applied theology podcast. We do gaming advice. We talk about how elements of our faith and gaming kind of intersect. We sometimes get into things like mental health with it too, which is kind of cool when we can get some of those people on. Our website is stgcast.org or savingthegamepodcast.org, whichever you prefer. We are on Twitter at Saving the Game. We have a Facebook page, which is also at Saving the Game. And we've got a Discord page that several of these lovely folks are in. So if you want to come and chat with us there, you can find us there. That's linked off of our website.
Thanks for listening to City on the Hill Gaming. For more information, you can find us online at cityonthehillgaming.com, email us at cityonthehillgaming@gmail.com, or find us on Twitter at cityonthehillgame. For more information on Saving the Game, you can find Peter, Grant, and Jenny at stgcast.org or at Saving the Game on Twitter. Thanks, and have a blessed day. Daniel, drop in that sweet info you have, sir.
All right. I'm going to do a shameless plug for something. Well, it's not really shameless if I'm not involved in it at all. But one of my favorite charity fundraiser events will be airing soon. It happens every single year. It's called Desert Bus for Hope. This is a group of people who play the game Desert Bus in a marathon style situation that they raise money for Child's Play charity, and the more money you give them, the longer they have to play.
And
How much money will get? How much money will get you 2 points?
You get 1 point for every round trip you take on the bus.
Yeah, 8 hours there and back.
The 8 hours there and back. So, however long it takes for them to drive for 16 hours straight in real time.
Yes, and for each hour, the cost goes up by 7%. Anyway, last year they raised a total of $730,000.
And they're still driving now?
No. That
They
lasted,
typically drive
that
for about a
lasted
week.
for about a week because it maxes out because you're doing 7% increases.
Yeah.
So that's going to start on November 8th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. All the information you can look at is at desertbus.org. And they're streaming it at twitch.tv/desertbus. They do all sorts of charity auctions and giveaways. There's
Lots of guests show up.
Yeah,
Chat's a great place to hang out. It's all sorts of fun. It really is a pretty great event.
Yeah, it is absolutely wonderful. So that's happening on November 8th, twitch.tv/desertbus. Check it out. It's really a wonderful time.
The actual in real time bus driving is probably the most inconsequential part of what happens that entire time. It is
a tiny part of the screen.
But it is a good time, and it does go to a genuinely really good concert.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of some one gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this and nothing more."
Interesting. What that sounds? I mean, that's Once Upon a Midnight Dreary, which is a Christmas thing, right?
Quoth the raven, nevermore.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Right. Poe.
There was somebody on a podcast every year. He would try to read the whole thing without mistakes once a year, and he'd get so far usually. I don't know if he was doing it from memory.
Dang.
But that would be cool.